Hey, everybody, I'm super excited to be joined by Andreas Kisslinger. He is the founder and CEO of Lightcast, and we're going to talk about all things streaming today.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here and talk about streaming.
Yeah, so Andreas, we hear a lot about ownership of a platform, but I'm not sure I really understand what that means. What is it to own your content and to own your platform?
Well, every producer, every media company puts a lot of effort, time, and money into producing content or acquiring content. So ownership matters more than pretty much everything else. In regards to distribution on social media, of course, you don't own the website, you don't own the platform, the channel, the tech, the servers, you don't own the apps, the players. They own you, right? So you sign away the rights to your content, to social media, while owning your own platform means you own everything from A to Z, your content, your audience, your viewership, audience analytics, their data. You can capture email addresses and other lead information from your viewers, which on social media you wouldn't be able to. You can sell to them, you can monetize them with advertising, sponsors, subscriptions. You own the entire platform, the business model, the revenue 100%. And no one can take that away from you ever.
So I hear this term renting versus owning, and I guess when you put content on social media, you're basically building a house on leased land. Can you explain that a little bit? How am I doing something that isn't benefiting my content when I use social media only as distribution?
It's like with real estate. If you are just in a place temporarily, you move somewhere, you're somewhere new, renting might be fine. But if you're there to stay, if you're there for the long term, if you want to build something and maybe build a family, a household, build, maybe even do construction, add on to the house, build it up, renovate it, invest into it. You wouldn't invest into someone else's property. You would invest into your own property so that it's equity on your books. And in the same way, social media is important. You should use it. It is important for distribution and marketing, but it's not really the ideal streaming platform to build a streaming business on. On social media, you're a streaming channel, but in reality, you should be a streaming business. And a streaming business, it does social media, yes, but it also owns the building. You're investing into your own company, your own business, and it's equity on your books. So launching your own streaming properties, including mobile apps, web apps, TV apps, car apps, maybe even your own website, that all belongs to you. It's equity on your books. You own it.
So as we're on social media, because it's important to have a presence there, I always hear about algorithms and revenue splits, and I'm not sure I quite understand how that affects the content that people are putting out there. So, can you explain that a little?
Algorithms are just simply the nature of social media, but publishers are always in a race to win against the algorithms and against competition on the same social media platform. Everyone is fighting for eyeballs, viewers, and subscribers. And as a result, for revenue, ad dollars, subscription dollars. So you're always up against the ever changing landscape of algorithms, and you never know what's going to be thrown at you tomorrow because they change all the time and you're constantly chasing and adapting and trying to win market shares. And it's a steep hill to climb. Versus if you publish your own website, your own mobile apps, TV apps, you have an install base of subscribers that downloaded, installed your apps, or they know your website or URL, and they're coming back. And as long as your content is interesting and fresh and new, they will be coming back.
Now, we know the audience is in social media, but it seems like there's a little bit of a pitfall. You put content out there, but then there's these suggestions that may draw people away from your content. Is owning the solution to that?
Yes, absolutely. Owning your own TV platforms and mobile apps and web apps and your entire streaming business and all your properties is the solution because you're able to capture audiences on social media and then transfer them over to your own apps to download, install your own properties so that you can monetize and engage and collect leads data and follow up with them and just optimize your business model and revenue model the way you want it to.
So, Andreas, what are the most common pain points that you see businesses or just people that want to stream in general that are trying to get to market with streaming? What are they dealing with? What are they trying to overcome?
Competition, price, and knowledge. So number one, of course, the entire social media space is highly competitive, right? So as we often mention, there is distractions, there's competition, there's probably unwanted ideas and contradictory messages to what you're trying to say, and it's bombarding your audiences and viewers and confusing them and drawing them away from your brand and your message. So that's one challenge that your own streaming platform can solve. But one of the challenges is, of course, cost, right? So in the past, it's been extremely expensive to custom build your own mobile apps and TV apps for all these different platforms. You need a beefy CDN, you need premium transcoding, you need high availability storage, and you need developers, probably 5, 6, 7 different types of developers for different languages and code bases and app types to maximize reach and audience growth. And then in addition, analytics and so many components that you have to figure out. So it becomes an extremely expensive, but also complex system. Lightcast, for instance, with its turnkey full stack end-to-end solution can solve all of this in a heartbeat. So it's as easy as simply pointing to a folder with content and it migrates everything over into the Lightcast Media Cloud where it transcodes and it creates media assets and it auto-creates metadata by AI and gallery images and it auto-distributes to all platforms automatically at really a fragment of the cost of what it used to be.
I'm not going to admit that I'm not tech savvy, but let's just assume that I'm not tech savvy. How easy is this to use? I hear end to end, and it sounds like it might be easy, but can just the general person figure out how to actually stream?
Yes, everyone can do it. The Lightcast Media Cloud takes the engineering degrees out of the picture entirely. We have many customers who just have an administrative person in their organization upload and distribute and monetize all their media because the Media Cloud does it for you. The AI Media Cloud is completely AI driven and AI supported. It automates everything for you and it becomes an entire team to you. So why bother your staff with something that software can do? Right? So that is the future, is software automation. And it's the same for media distribution and monetization. And the Media Cloud is that software.
So, do you think most people that are actually streaming media or putting content out there are actually monetizing it to its full potential?
I think very few media producers and content creators are monetizing to their full potential. I think many or most are leaving money on the table. They might get some revenue share or ad revenue share from a social media platform, but they could have 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers that pay them monthly or annually. They could combine that with their own sponsors that they have relationships with, direct advertisers, product placement and sales, merch. I mean, there is revenue. At least there is at least 5 revenue sources that every media streaming business should tap into and develop.
And you can do all of that with Lightcast.
Absolutely. All of those monetization opportunities are part of the monetization toolkit, turnkey ready in the Lightcast Media Cloud.
Andreas, I hear a lot about automation, but sometimes it's just a buzzword. What automation does Lightcast have to make the content producer's job easier?
The Lightcast Media Cloud is the AI Media Cloud. It's entirely AI supported. So the workflow looks like this. As a new publisher, you simply point to a file folder on your Drive, Dropbox, AWS with video files. Then it downloads and uploads all of those files into the Media Cloud, automatically checks the file, and creates a transcript, analyzes the video, creates transcoded renditions for bitrate adaptive delivery. Then it stores the transcript and the analysis of the video and its context, creates metadata, title, descriptions, keywords, gallery images, thumbnails. It sets the ratings. It sets the language. It detects the language, of course. It transcribes. It creates a closed caption file, and then optionally, if you wish to, it translates that subtitle file into 35 different languages for automation of subtitle distribution to all players and devices. And then it auto publishes that file for you to all your properties, web, social, mobile, TV apps, car apps, and beyond. And all you really had to do was click to upload files.
Andreas, thank you so much. Listen, all my content and streaming people out there, go to lightcast.com, book a free demo. It sounds like the absolute way to grow your platform, control your monetization, get your analytics, and really take it to the next level.